2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Representing People's Republic of China, representing Uzbekistan, representing Ukraine, Tatiana Shulkulova, representing People's Republic of China, Pan Yi-Jo, representing Egypt, Fatma Omar, and representing Nigeria, Lucy Ijeke.
It all ends here. The women's 67 kg decider started 2 hours 52 minutes ago. We're now into Group A. Tan Yu Zhao, the world record holder, one of the many illustrious names in this jousting for the medals. And the 2 women's finals yesterday were some of the most absolutely sensational sport that you would see. Here's who we have. Tan Yu Zhao, the Paralympic champion, Lucy Ijeke, the former Paralympic champion, Fatma Omar, who won silver this year in Tokyo, Shrikalova, the former European medalist, Saicheva, who's won European silver previously in her career, Zhang, an Asian Games medalist, Liao Liye. Any one of these could win a medal. Assam Sari, Ali Al-Zubi, Henny Ortiz, Alessia Paddock are our referees. And here today is your jury. Another prime competition. Medals to be decided in the women's 67 kg. So here we go. First up for Korea, it is Jung Yoon Shil for Korea. The Asia Oceania bronze medalist in Kitakyushu 3 years ago. 103 is what she is aiming for here. And this will bring her into 4th place with such sensational lifting towards the end of that Group B. Now the first few lifts here will not be looking to jump into the medals straight away. Now this would be a lifetime best by 18 kilos, and Jung lives in the city that hosts next year's Asia Oceania Championships Pyeongtaek in Korea. Park Sun Jun is her club coach. So for a whopping lifetime best. And that gets her up into 4th, 3 out of 3. That is a very, very good effort. Originally looking at 105, instead she gets all 3 white lights in her favour, and that gets her flying high. 13th in her only World Championships to date. That was 2 years ago in Nur Sultan, and has yet to qualify for a Paralympic Games. Next up, Kudratoi Toshpolatova, aiming for a new lifetime best. The one that she's done in competition is 55 kilos. This is just about double. 105. Kudratoi Toshpolatova of Uzbekistan, who have popped up regularly in medals in the women's side through Rusa Kusieva lately. It's her first major championship. Fazlidin Umirzakov is her national coach, and she's got it. She's got into 4th for 105, and that will do very, very nicely. Well, it gives her a good chance. It puts her up high into the table. Kudratoi. Next up for the RPC, Nadezhda Sucheva, 112, her lifetime best from Nur Sultan, the last World Championships, where she finished 7th. The European Championship bronze medalist in Alexin in 2015. Former arm wrestler, competitive arm wrestler. Silver in the most recent EGO World Cup. They hosted the 2015 European Championships, incidentally, where she took that bronze. Alexin had had it 2 years previous. So for 106, Sucheva lifts, well, We've had a prime positive start, and that puts her up into third place. Effective lifting, and that is just how she wanted to start. Next up, Tatiana Shirakalava, 117, a lifetime best from the last World Championships in Nur-Sultan. The reigning European champion. 6 in those World Championships in Nur-Sultan. She won bronze in the previous Worlds in Mexico City. 6th in Tokyo at the end of August. 5th in Rio. Those 2 most recent Paralympic Games, best result she's ever had in that, Beijing, 4th, 08. Lives in Zaporizhia. Her husband, Vladimir Petrov, a former judoka. $107 to go into the gold medal position. And that is what she has done. Shirakalava. A past master. Once a World Championship bronze medalist, and maybe again. Liao Liei. Well, she's aiming for 110 and for the lead. Tan's teammate. The biggest championship of her fledgling career. Liao Liei. She put a lot into that at 110. Got it. 2 out of 3. Liao Liei leads. That was very, very impressive. Her first World Championship. Her first global event. Her first major championship. That her first big lift. And successful. So next up, Fatma Omar of Egypt. Well, she's got up to 143 in her career. The reigning African Games champion, the 4 times world, 4 times Paralympic champion. (1998), her first world title success in Dubai. Then golds in 02 and 06. 2014. Paralympic golds, London 2012, Beijing 08, Athens 04, Sydney 2000. Silver medals in her last 2 Paralympic Games, including this year, behind Tan Yuzhao. And she is up very shortly. 117 to kick off for Fatma Omar. Fatma Omar 117. This for the lead. Everybody's cleared so far. That hasn't changed. 2-1 in her favour. It was the chess sequence that was the one knockback, but it's a good lift. Fatma Omar is our leader. 8 global golds, 4 world, 4 Paralympic, and the reigning African Games champion. Not sure you can say a lot better than that, frankly. The reigning world record holder, the reigning Paralympic champion for China, Tan Yu Zhao. That's world record set in winning the Asian Para Games gold in Jakarta 3 years ago. The reigning Asian Games, Asia Oceania, World and Paralympic champion. She's got all the titles. Three world titles in a row, aiming to make it 4 back-to-back Paralympic golds in Rio and in Tokyo. She's won the 2 Asian Championship titles that have been available in history. She's won the last 2 Asian Games. And for good measure, came to Europe, to Eger, and won the European Open gold in 2015. Gold in Dubai in the World Cup this year. 120. She's in the mood. She's in the lead. 3 out of 3. And Tan is where she always wants to be. Tan Yu Zhao in front for China, 120. Big, and that's just for starters. Speaking of which, Lucia Giquet, 142. Her lifetime best at the world record down to 61 kg. What a record. What a legend. Reigning world champion at the lower weight. 3 Paralympic golds, 2 silvers, and the bronze this year at 61 kg behind the champion Malia Perez of Mexico and Rusa Kusieva of Uzbekistan, who got the silver. Giquet led for most of the competition on 130. Kusieva overtook her in the last round. Then Perez, with the very next lift, went in front. The very next lift was the last one. It was Giquet's for 135 to win the gold, but she didn't get it. Perez gold, Kusieva silver, and Giquet had the bronze there. So 3 Paralympic golds, 2 world titles. She's won the last 2 African Games golds, an African Championship title in 2015, the flag bearer in 2016 in Rio. Every honour going. This for the lead, 122, Lucia Giquet. And she is there. 2-1 in her favour. And Giquet hits the summit, and it will be difficult for anyone to topple her. Tan and Giquet both have world records above 140. Lucia Giquet leads 122 for Nigeria. Tan Yu Zhao in silver medal position for China, 120. Fatma Omar in the bronze medal position for Egypt, 117, with Liao Liei of China and a major championship debut, 4th, 110. Shirokalava, 5th for Ukraine. On we go. Korea. We're heading to her city next summer. Jeong Yunshil in 11th spot, aiming for 5th, aiming for 108. This would be 23 kilos above her incoming lifetime best. To kick off round 2. This is to go into 5th position. She's currently 11th. We had some really good lifting in the closing stages of Group B. Currently Anna Pinto is up in 6th and Kim of Korea in 7th. Maybe not for much longer. Jung of Korea. Oh, no lift, and it's all 3 against her on the chest sequence, so they felt that had not gone at all right. Well, already a lifetime best today of 103, which is way in excess of anything she's lifted in competition before. For Jung. A very successful wheelchair basketballer, reached the semi-finals of the Asian Games in 2014. Lost in that, lost the bronze medal match as well. But she was that good, her team was that good. But she's still in 11th here today. The reigning European champion now for Ukraine, Tatiana Shirokalava. Her 5th World Championship. European gold in Berg-sur-Mer 3 years ago, which was a vast improvement on the no mark that she suffered in Eger in 2015. .111 for Shirokalava. 6 under her lifetime best, and she didn't get all 3 against her in the chest sequence. And 2 of those 3 didn't like the press sequence either, so she's got to reconsider that. Still on 107. And she stays in 5th place. Technical challenge coming. Ooh, it's a good lift all of a sudden, and she goes up into 4th. So the technical challenge approved. Next up for Uzbekistan, 6th in the Asian Championships in 2015. Her first global champion, Kudratoy Toshpolitova of Uzbekistan. So here she comes. this to go into 4th position. No, I'm afraid not. And all against her in the chess sequence, but a bit more complicated than that. Bar controlled as well, sighted, and the press sequence too, so that's got to be fixed. She had a great chance of leaping up from the 10th position she's currently in, but, well, the bar control, one of the issues that was cited for the Uzbek athlete. So next up for the RPC, Nadezhda Sicheva, the European bronze medalist in Egger in 2015, going for 111 here. A lifetime best is just 1 kilo beyond that. That's a struggle to make it up there. If they feel she was enough in control, she should be okay, and that is how they feel. 111, and Sicheva climbs from the 7th position that she was in up to 5th, and she is in contention still for a medal. 3 out of 3. That was all good. Liao Liye of China, the major championship debut, lifetime best 110 in the opening round, going for 115 to climb from 6th to 4th. Been an impressive debut so far. She's well in contention for a medal. 115, this to climb 2 places, and she would be 2 kilos outside of the medals, with still quite a few to lift in this second round. She's a live candidate. 3 out of 3. A whiteout. What are her ambitions now? Could China pick up 2 medals? They're on for it. The potential's there for Liao and Tan. Midway through the second round of the ultimate group. Fatma Omar up next for Egypt, going for 121. The 4-time world champion, the 4-time Paralympic champion. Her 6th World Championship. Her first in 1998 in Dubai. This is the first World Championship since the very first one in Sweden, Uppsala in Sweden in 1994, to be held in Europe. It is still Europe just about. Once you cross the Caspian Sea, then that's pretty much it. It's always the Urals, which was considered the dividing line between Europe and Asia. Eurasia being the common name for this huge chunk of land. Is this a huge chunk of a lift for Fatma Omar? You bet it is, you bet it is! She's up into the silver medal position, 121, and she can go higher. In her career, she's got up to 143, that in a different weight division. Might actually go back to the old categories. Pressure is on. Tan and Ejike still to lift in this second round. Ejike leads 122, Omar 121, Tan 120, but now Tan can take the lead. Tan had 13 kilos to spare over Fatma Omar in Tokyo. Omar went to 120. She's already exceeded that. Today, Tan went to 133 there. The Nigerian interest was supplied by Alayatan Ibrahim, who finished third at 119. Lucy Ejike is waded in here. And it's looking like a massive three-way battle between Ejike, Omar and Tan. Lié might just be a good outlier. The rest are going to have to fight hard to get in amongst this jostle. Tan at 125 for the lead. She has the lead. 2 out of 3 for Tan Yujiao. Four current titles are hers, all the way up to the Paralympic title, which she retained in Tokyo from Rio 5 years ago. She's been in 3 World Championships and won golds at all of them. She doesn't want that to change. She's going the right way about it. But if there's somebody else who is used to perennially winning, it is the 3-time Paralympic champion, the 6-time Paralympic medalist, Lucy Ejike. 126 her target for the lead. For whatever reason, she's only been in 2 World Championships previously and won gold in both of them. The last 2 World Championships and a Commonwealth Games silver in a Gold Coast 3 years ago. They have their para-sport element in that too. She's also the reigning African champion. 126 for Lucy Giquet to take the lead by 1. She has it up. She has the lead again, 2 out of 3. This is quite the joust between Giquet and Tan. What a contest. Where does it end? Giquet was in one of the greatest Paralympics powerlifting battles in Tokyo, and she finished 3rd in that after all those golds. Giquet leads here for Nigeria, 126. Tan in 2nd for China, 125. Fatma Omar in 3rd for Egypt, 121. Liao Lieh in 4th for China, 115. And the medals look to be between those 4 now. Final round. Jeong of Korea. This for 108, it would put her 7th. Looks like 6 are aiming for medals in this final round. Jeong and Toshpatova are not among them. That's because they missed in the 2nd round and are looking to complete the same weights in the 3rd. They're the only 2 misses out of the 16 lifts that we have seen in Group 1, Group A. It also means they're 10th and 11th, and they're behind the top 3 from Group B. Jeong for 7th place and 108. Yes, 2 out of 3, it looks good. And Jeong has a lot to be grateful for. A new lifetime best of 23 kilos. Remarkably good. It's a great start to the final round, and it means that Jeong only has the 1 miss in the entire competition. Kudertoy Toshplatova of Uzbekistan, 111, who's had a really encouraging competition, and if she gets this, it will be more than double what a lifetime best was in competition coming into today. It was 55, this 111. Oh, no. she misjudged that. I don't think it was too heavy. I think she misjudged the chest sequence altogether and only realized when it was beginning to press on the uplift that she hadn't really done the chest sequence. That's first impressions anyway. So she's lifting it up. Maybe it was stalling. There's not much chest involvement there. Anyway, she misses out and she ends on 105. The European champion for Ukraine, Tatiana Shirokalava. Well, it's a good battle between her and Sacheva to see who'll be top European in this anyway. Sacheva and she both lifting 111 in this second round. Shirokalava going for 115. Sacheva will be trying to add 1 kilo to that. They will be to the fore in next year's European Powerlifting Championships again in Tbilisi. No, too much on for Shirokalava. 117 has been her lifetime best, and that was very close to it, but she just couldn't get it pressed through.
The bar is ready, representing RPC.
So having witnessed the lift not being successful for Shirokalava, it's Sacheva now for the RPC, who again lifted 111 in the opening round and now going for 116, and she's aiming for 4th spot. Everything from here on in will be an attempt at a medal after this lift. Second World Championship for Nadezhda Sacheva, and only the 3rd major championship full stop. She's had 1 European Championships, her 2nd Worlds, that's not going to come up either. They've all overreached themselves today. Curiously, interestingly, Sacheva finishes on 116. That was an attempt 4 kilos above her lifetime best. 111 is what she did in the 2nd round. Last 3 lifts have been all major struggles.
The bar is loaded. Liao Li Yi. People's Republic of China, 3rd attempt.
So here's where the battle for the medals begins. The top 3 are all going for gold. Liao Liei merely trying to get in for a medal in 3rd above Fatma Omar, but she'll have her right to reply. Liao on her debut has been looking very impressive. Well, it may yet be that China has 2 on the podium in this, but it relies on this woman as to whether or not she achieves it. Surely Tan can't be knocked out now. She can. So, Liao, 121. This to go into the bronze medal position above Fatma Omar. Still 30 seconds on the lift. She's got it raised. Is it good? It is good! 2-1 in her favour. She goes into the bronze medal position above Fatma Omar, who's had a big choice to make, whether she tries to leap for the gold or just to go back for the bronze again now that she's been knocked out. Lovely from Liao, 121, and maybe, just maybe, it's a major championship debut to remember. And Fatma Omar, now that she has been overtaken, she had been in third. I was thinking about tilting for gold, but now that she's no longer in the top four, it's too much of a risk if she doesn't get it. She'd have gone for it if she was guaranteed bronze, if that had been a miss by Liao. Liao, by the way, the first in Group A to have all three lifts successful. Omar trying to emulate that, and if she does, she is back into the bronze medal position. Liao tying with Omar in terms of the lift weight, 121, but in the head-to-head, Liao Liei is 90 grams lighter than Fatma Omar, at least when they were at the weigh-in this morning. So Liao, as it stands, will get the bronze medal. Fatma Omar, who had a big rivalry with Lucy Ojike for 20 years, and a great friendship between the two as well. Is she in the medals? Yes, she is! You just can't beat class and quality! She's up for another World Championship medal, the four-time world champion. Six World Championships, 6 medals, 4 of them gold, 2 of them bronze. She did it by 1 kilo. She couldn't finish level with Liao. She was never going to claim it on the head-to-head. What a relief for her. It was Paralympic Games silver, and now it's World Championship bronze. And you could just see the relief in her face. Obviously she was thinking that she might just grab the gold, which would have been a 5th for her, but the feeling can't be too different, having come from outside the podium just to slip in and grab a medal with the very last of your lifts. Lucy Ojike, I think you can see why the front is taped up, by the way. So Ojike going for 129. She lifted last in the 61 kg final, didn't get it. And Amelia Perez took another gold for Mexico. Ojike to go into top spot. She is still our leader, and even if she misses this, she can still win, but needs to get 129 to firmly put the pressure on Tan Yu Zhao. Gold at the last 2 World Championships, and these are the only World Championships she has been in. She's medalled at 6 Paralympic Games. Will it be a 3rd world title in a row for 129? She has not got it. She still leads though, 2-1 against, and one of those was for bar control. The other was for the press sequence. She is still number one. She had the final lift in the Paralympic final in the 61 kg weight division. She didn't make it. She doesn't have the final lift today. But she's still our leader. 126 for Lucy Giquet. And now it's all about a lift of 129 for Tan Yu Zhao. So Tan, a champion at the last 3 Worlds. At the last 2 Paralympic Games, she's won gold. Her success in Tokyo this year didn't have the same drama as this. She was well in front. The final lift of the competition, and Tan is in the silver medal position. In the next 70 seconds, she could be world champion again. If not, it is Lucy Giquet. It'll either be Giquet's 3rd world title to match Tan, or it will be Tan's 4th. The World Championship gold medal rests on this final lift. Will it be Tan Yu Zhao again? 129 she's raised it at. It's not! It's Giquet! Giquet is the world champion for a 3rd time, and it's on the chess sequence. 2-1 against, and Lucy Giquet takes it. The chess sequence, not enough contact. Way too soon, and it is gold for Nigeria and Lucy Giquet, who missed her final attempt. That cost her gold in Tokyo, but she's won gold in Tbilisi at the World Championships. Lucy Giquet takes the title for Nigeria. Tan dethroned. Silver for China, 125. Fatma Omar the bronze for Egypt, 122. Liao Lie, 4th place for China. 121 on a major championship debut, only 1 kilo away. Then Shirikalava in 5th for Ukraine. Sacheva 6th for the RPC. Zheng 7th for Korea. And the next 3 coming out of Group B. And a Pinto for Colombia, Kim for Korea, and Korshabieva for Kazakhstan, the former Paralympic silver medalist. All of those well over 100. What a dramatic end to this. And it was academic in the end, although it didn't feel like it at the time about Giquet's miss. But Tan missed as well. She gave the rest a hiding in Tokyo. But it's Lucy's turn in Tbilisi. And I don't know if you can hear from backstage, but she is absolutely ecstatic. And it was a 2-1 call in the end against Tan, and I thought there might have been a technical appeal just for the sake of it, just to see if they could get that call reversed and get up into the gold medal position. It didn't happen. Ejike's the champion for Nigeria. Her third world title. Tana's 3 world golds as well. Silver for China for her, 125. Fatma Omar, the bronze for Egypt. Liao Liei, 4th for China on 121. They were very close to having 2 medals. Liao in her first major championship. The women's finals over the past 24 hours have not disappointed for incident and drama at all. Victory ceremony's on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremony. For the women's up to 67 kilo category of the 2021 World Senior Paralympic Championships in Tbilisi, Georgia.
What a contest this was! If you want pure sporting drama, look no further. Another of those competitions where you just didn't know what way it was going to go. World titles between these 3, by the way. Fatma Omar with the bronze. Nine Paralympic golds. Wait a second. 10 Paralympic golds between these 3. 10 Yuzhou as well. Well, my word, 3-time world champion, and she was not even 1 lift, but 1 referee's vote in 1 lift away from it being 4. Silver for Tan, gold for Ejike, 126. Still winning major championship gold medals. 17 years after her first. It's only her 3rd ever World Championship attended, and it's her 3rd World Championship gold. She likes it here. Gold for Nigeria.
Congratulations to the medalists.
Lucy Ojike has done it again. 126 to Tan's 125. They both missed their last lift, but Ojike had done enough. Tan so close. They've both lifted into the 140s in their career. They're both world record holders. Tan in this discipline, Ojike in the lower weight category of 61 kg. Fatma Omar has had her glory days as well. 4 of them at world championships. The other 2 have got 3 world titles each. But Lucy Ojike has got the one that matters today, because it's the one she's won today. There's a lot to love about this competition. And they have given us another great show. In an hour and 10 minutes, the men's 65 kg final will be on, up to 65 kg. That's 3 p.m. 1500 Georgian time. It's 11 a.m. GMT, midday Central European time, 1 p.m. 1300 Central African time. And that is Group D. Don't worry if you don't tune in on time. We'll give you 4 hours or so. It's going to be on a while. Until then, from Tbilisi, we hope to catch you a little bit later, and it is Game Swidobis, which I hope is goodbye, unless Georgian TV have just made me insult thousands of you. Have a good afternoon.
Omar, 121 kilos.